Yes. And here we are. Keep it here. Yay. Okay. Jenny, it is 7 o'clock and we are starting now.
Away. So, good evening, everyone. I am Jenny. I'm so excited to welcome you to another powerful session of the Women of Impact Ministries Power Session. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We are so glad to have you here. Buon tardi, naturistan ko tavognos di Aruba, di Bonaire, di Curaçao. Goedenavond, iedereen daar in Holland, Nederland. Before we begin, let's take a moment to get settled in. Feel free to share in the chat where you are joining from. And if you have any question during the session, you can drop them in the chat and we will have time for Q&A at the end of the session. So welcome everybody. Let's see. I can see already there is someone. Okay, people are joining in. So please take your time to settle in, say hi, and let us know where you are joining us from. And if possible, please share this session also on your Facebook page so that other that are they have the opportunity to be inspired and empowered tonight.
Yeah.
So tonight's power session is a very special one featuring two incredible guest speakers who will inspire and empower you to step into your greatness. Our theme for this evening is Women Arise. So, wow. At the start of this year with this theme, it's mind blowing and spirit enriching. So, prepare yourself. It's going to be very powerful. We know you will leave this session feeling uplifted and ready to take action. Our first guest speakers is someone I'm truly honored to introduce, Satcha Maduro Feliz, the founder of the Women of Impact Ministries and the Women of Impact community, which I'm proud to be part of. Satcha is a dynamic leader, a singer, a coach, a speaker, a pastor who has impacted the lives of countless women around the world. I personally met Satcha on Aruba, and she has been my coach ever since, my friend, guiding me in my personal and professional growth. Satcha's passion for empowering women to walk in their purpose is truly inspiring, and I can't wait for you to hear from her tonight. Satcha, welcome. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Thank you so much, Jenny. What an introduction. Every time I'm surprised by the your enthusiasm and your passion when at your introduction at the power sessions. Always, I'm surprised. We're doing this for a year now, and every time you start off like it's the first time, and I love it. Thank you, Jenny. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome and Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2026 has started. It's the second day of the new year and our first session, power session of the year, provided to you by Women of Impact Ministries. We empower, we equip, and we uplift women who feel that they are born for greatness and that they want to live in their calling, want to step into their calling. And we have a beautiful program, a yearly program, Women of Impact Community, where you receive teachings every month, online masterclasses. We do a lot of nice things in the Netherlands. And also, we're going to do great things on Aruba this year. This year in September, we will organize the Born for Greatness Conference Aruba. So it's gonna be, whew, it's gonna be mind blowing.
Yeah, it would be mind-blowing. And if you are in the Netherlands and you want to join, there is opportunity for you to join and come to Aruba.
Yes.
If it's your first time on the island, it's gonna be a blessing. So prepare yourself from right now at the beginning of the year so you can come to Aruba. And if you are in Curacao, in Bonaire also, or in Suriname, you are welcome to come. There are going to be more information and more details following. So just stay connected with us and you will get all the info you need to get prepared to come to Aruba.
Yes, and we will also place a lot of announcements on the Facebook and Instagram page, Women of Impact Ministries. Follow us so we can update you about everything that's going to happen this year.
Yeah, yeah.
The team, as Jenny said, the team for tonight is Woman Arise. Woman Arise. And Woman Arise is about empowering and inspiring women to rise up above every circumstance and every situation and step into their calling. A lot of times we feel called, we know that we are called. Something is burning on your heart for a specific group of people, for a specific country, a nation, and fear holds us back. And today and the coming months, the theme of our ministry will be Woman Arise. And today we have Dr. David Banks, who will speak on the subject Woman Arise and how to rise from every circumstance in your life to a place of influence and courage. I myself rose. I think that's the good word. I rose from a very dark place in my life. I was depressed. I had financial problems, debts. I was a single mom taking care of a child who has special needs, cannot speak, cannot take care of herself. So it was very difficult. It was a very difficult time. But in the midst of that storm, God showed me that I was born to do great things. He revealed my identity, the identity that He created for me and in me. He revealed that to me. And I heard a clear voice: You are born for greatness. And that is my slogan ever since, for more than 10 years, Born for Greatness. I even have a Born for Greatness conference right now. So, and I started to discover, okay, that I'm born for greatness, but what does that mean? And what does my identity look like? If God says you were born for greatness, well, first of all, I accepted that I was a daughter of the Most High King. And that took a while to accept it because I came from a place where my father was a gambling addict. I felt rejected by him. I didn't feel worthy. So, how then can you accept that you are a daughter of the Most High King? but I allowed myself to believe that I was more than I thought of myself. And I started to feed that belief with um, inspiring videos on YouTube. Joyce Meyer was my biggest example back then. And I started following her, watching her videos every day. And she helped me also discover my identity in Christ. And of course, discovering your identity in Christ is a process because it takes years to discover who God really is, because you discover Him in every new season, new circumstance in your life. You discover a new level of love and faith of God. And it took me a while, but I can truly say, well, I'm not where I was anymore, and I've grown in my identity in Christ. And that is why I now can empower and inspire other women to rise up and walk into what God is calling you to do. Just obey, even if it seems so weird, out of place. If you think, oh, it costs a lot of money, I don't know how to do it. How am I going to go from A to B? Just go, obey, because there is provision in obedience. So where God calls you, He will provide. So I will not talk too much today because there's somebody waiting for us. Jenny, who is it?
Second guest speaker is joining us all the way from Tennessee, Dr. David Banks. He is the president of Noble Success Strategic Group and a globally recognized purpose fingerprint specialist and global strategist. He is a certified speaker, trainer, and coach through the John Maxwell team, a certified professional coach, certified neuroscience coach, and a certified entrepreneurship and business coach. Dr. Banks specializes in purpose discovery, leadership development, and strategic transformation, equipping individuals, organizations, and nations to align identity with results. He resides in Chattanooga. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
You did well. You did well.
Tennessee, with his wife of 35 years, Lady Sylvia, and their 3 children. Dr. Banks, welcome to our power session.
Excellent. Thank you, Lady Jenny, Lady Satcha. It's always a pleasure. Happy New Year to both of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, it's an honor for us to have you here on this live session today, all the way from. So she said it's so good with this little Arubian touch on it. Chattanooga. It was so.
Hey, she did great. She did it great.
Yeah, she did great. Well, thank you so much for being here, Dr. Banks. We have an announcement to make because you are going to be in the Netherlands in February.
That is correct. That is correct. February 21st through March 2nd. I will be the first part in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and then Rotterdam.
Okay, great. Yeah,
So I'm
great.
excited.
Yeah, me too, because we are going to organize a nice event with you as a special guest. And it's also called Woman Arise. And it's an exclusive event for the Women of Impact community, for the ladies of the Women of Impact community. So we're busy arranging, making all the arrangements. And I'm so excited to meet you in person because we are working together now for, I think, 3 years online.
That's correct. That's correct.
And we met each other in the John Maxwell team online.
That's right.
And you started to speak Dutch, so I thought, wow, is he Dutch? But you were you did that was such a great way to connect.
Very nice. Awesome. Awesome.
So, today the subject is Woman Arise, David, and I just wanted to give you the floor because I know that you have prepared some golden nuggets for women who are watching and feel that they want to rise from their circumstances and situations and step into their calling. So please share with us what you want to share.
Excellent. Well, Lady Satcha, again, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I want to welcome all of the ladies around the world that are tuning in because being partners with Lady Satcha, our goal is to really help women, really help them understand what's inside of them. Everywhere I go, I meet people all over the world, and I always, Satcha, the first thing that I tell them is what God has placed inside of you has the power to help you deal with whatever is around you. I'm going to say that again. What God has placed inside of you, ladies, has the power to help you deal with whatever is around you. So as you start this new year, ladies, as Lady Satcha said, I want you to arise. Now, you're probably thinking, how can I arise when I have all of these things that I'm dealing with? And normally what happens in a person's life, we want those things to be removed before we do anything internally. It doesn't work that way. Before anything external is going to move, you first need to look internally. I always say the first thing you always need to go back, as Lady Satcha referred, is your identity, is your original design. Always think of Psalms 139, verse 13, that says, "You knit me together in my mother's wombs. I am fearfully and wonderfully made." So the first thing, I know it seems so tough what's going on around you, but I want you to pause and start looking what's inside of you. What's inside of you? When God created you, ladies, my friend, he did a wonderful, wonderful job. So the first thing that I want to talk about is to arise in your identity. Before you're expecting your circumstances to change, the first thing you have to recognize and embrace what God's placed inside of you. Now, when God created a woman, there were some essential things that he created. So, ladies, I want you to write this down. All right. There are some essential things when God created a woman. The first thing, number one, is purpose, your purpose fingerprint. Ladies, that is the first thing that God placed inside of you. And why do I say not just purpose, but purpose fingerprint? Because purpose could be, well, I just love helping people. Well, that's a lot of people. But when it comes to your purpose fingerprint, you're the only one that has that. So, ladies, I want you to all understand how distinctive you are. You have a purpose fingerprint that was placed inside of you before you were ever born. So that's the first thing. The second thing, ladies, these are essential things that God has placed inside of you. So first is purpose fingerprint. Second is virtue. Virtue. You're familiar, Proverbs 31:10 says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? Her worth is far above rubies." So virtue means a wealth of resources. A wealth of resources. The best picture, Lady Satcha and Lady Jenny, I can explain, is a treasure chest. Ladies, you have to understand, inside of every woman is a treasure chest full of treasures. What are those treasures? Strength, courage, creativity, innovation, discipline, strength. Ladies, all of those things are packed inside of you. So, like I said, so many times we're looking at what's holding us down, but you have to understand the very thing to help you arise is already inside of you. Lady Satcha, that's nice news. That is nice. So, purpose fingerprint, virtue. The next, ladies, is influence. Is influence. Ladies, you all have the power to set the atmosphere. Ladies, each of you carry a beautiful fragrance. You think about a fragrance. You don't see it, but guess what? You know it's there. And ladies, each of you carry your significant fragrance around you. And then the last thing is your beauty. God created every daughter, his daughter, he created them beautiful. So, ladies, the first thing before you can truly arise, the first thing you need to acknowledge what he placed inside of you, realizing that you have a purpose fingerprint. You are full of virtue. You have influence, and you, God created you beautiful. So, first, acknowledge that. All right. The next thing that you want to do is you really want to start getting in alignment. First is acknowledge that these things are placed inside of you. Now, ladies, the great thing about this, there is nothing you can do. They are already placed inside of you. So many times when I work with ladies, they feel like, well, I have to do something first. Ladies, there is nothing to do. You were created like this. All right. So you don't have to perform. You don't have to do this. All you have to do is what? Embrace it and acknowledge that, yes, these things are inside of me. And regardless of whatever you've been through, ladies, these things are inborn. So whatever your past has happened, first of all, you need to understand these things were instilled in you before you ever had a past. So therefore, your past cannot disrupt or interfere with what you were designed to be. So first, acknowledge these things. The second is in alignment. What does that mean? You're going to have to mentally get aligned that basically I am who God designed me instead of thinking I am based on what I've been through. Ooh, Lady Satcha, I got to say that again. You got to get an alignment on you were designed, your identity is based on how you were designed, not what you've been through. So let me give you a silly example. Let's say before we came on, it was raining and I got caught in the rain. All right. Didn't have my umbrella, so I got caught in the rain. So when I turn my camera on, I'm drenching wet because I was in the rain. And then when Lady Jenny introduced me, I come on and said, hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Banks and I'm a wet person. And I keep referring to myself as I'm a wet person. You would think, why does he keep saying he's a wet person? It's understood what? This is what I have been through. But that's not who I am. See that, ladies? That's just what I've been through. So, ladies, you have to understand your past. It's just basically rain. It's what you have been through. It doesn't design you. Because, ladies, I have worked with women all over the world, coaching them and helping them. And so many women have ended up attaching what they've been through based on who they see themselves as. Not this year, in 2026. Don't continue to base who you are connected to what you've been through. No. Your true identity is based on how you were designed, not what you've been through. So you got to shift that alignment. All right. You got to shift that alignment to start understanding today in 2026. Wait a minute. My identity is not based on what I've been through. It's based on my original design. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. Ladies, that's what you need to realize. I want you to say it again. My identity is not based on what I've been through, but it's based on my original design. So first, acknowledge what's in you. Second, be in alignment with what and how God created you. And then the third thing, you have to be willing to activate it.
Yeah.
Ladies, this is how you arise. You arise by first acknowledging what's in you, then getting in alignment with it, or seeing yourself with your identity. And then, ladies, you got to activate it. You got to activate it. How do you activate it? Well, first, you got to realize I have a purpose. I have a purpose. And that purpose needs to be discovered. I always tell people, I don't give you your purpose. I just simply help you to discover. I have the privilege and honor to help Lady Satcha discover and bring clarity to her purpose. And several other beautiful ladies from the Netherlands and around the world. Last week, Lady Satcha, I helped a lady from India
Wow.
discover
Wow.
her purpose.
Wow.
And she was just blown away. So ladies, you can arise. Don't wait for situations to move before you arise. Doesn't set up that way. You have to first acknowledge what's inside of you, be in alignment with it, and then learn how to activate it. And ladies, you can do that regardless. So I want to encourage you, and any way that I can help you do that, that's what I'm willing to do. So Lady Satcha, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Banks. Wow. I've been writing while you were talking, and I made a small summary of what you
Hey, beautiful.
shared. Yeah. And yeah, the things you shared, you said purpose fingerprint.
That's right.
Can you explain a little bit more about that, the fingerprint?
Excellent. Well, years past, I would ask people, I remember I asked you, do you know your purpose? So I asked most people years past, do you know your purpose? Some people say yes. Some people say no. Some people say I think. But then when people share it, they say things like, yeah, my purpose is I just love helping people. All right, that sounds great. That sounds great. But Lady Satcha, who else has that same purpose? So many other people.
Mhm.
So I started thinking, that's good, but I feel like there is another level to it. And
Yeah.
that's when I really started understanding, and I realized that there are 3 dimensions of purpose. The first one is called purpose blueprint. Purpose blueprint is the universal purpose. So most people, they don't realize it, but most people, if they think they know their purpose, is mostly the purpose blueprint. That's the kind of general universal purpose. God positioned all of us on this earth to impact others in a positive manner. That's a universal purpose for all of us. You, Lady Jenny, everyone else. All right, that's purpose blueprint. But then I realized, wait a minute, there is another dimension, and it's called purpose fingerprint. Now, that is what I specialize in because I can help people to discover their purpose fingerprint. Because, Lady Satcha, you love helping women. All right, that's your purpose blueprint. But how do you do it distinctively from nobody else in the world? Is your purpose fingerprint.
Yeah.
That is the difference. So your purpose fingerprint is your distinctive way that you are going to do your purpose fingerprint.
Yeah.
Purpose blueprint. Then the third dimension is purpose footprint. Purpose footprint, once your purpose fingerprint is discovered and you take ownership of that, it will navigate you and position you where you are in a lane all by yourself. And Lady Satcha, you don't have to worry because no one can do what you do.
Yeah.
That's a powerful thing.
Yeah. It is. It is.
And when you get into that level, you don't have any competitors.
No, exactly.
You realize, and sometimes people can look at that. Sometimes Lady Sasha is like, wow, that sounds so arrogant. Well, no, it is a fact, Lady Sasha. No one has your fingerprint.
No, no.
So when you tell people that, that's not a brag. That's not a arrogant statement. No one has my fingerprint. And once you understand your purpose fingerprint, you have to realize there are several women all over the world helping other women. You already know that.
Yeah.
But Lady Sasha is, I'm telling everyone about Lady Sasha. Lady Sasha does not have to worry because no one ever is going to help women like she is going to do it.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about it.
Yeah. So the fingerprint is about uniqueness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your understanding your uniqueness.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you step into that realm, and you know, so many times, I guess we're so insecure, we have a tendency to think we need to be like somebody else.
Correct.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work trying to be like somebody else.
And it's very unfulfilling.
It is
Yeah.
trying to live in somebody else's shoes. But when people relax and just realize God made you unique. When He created your mold, He didn't make any more like that. And that's comforting, that's encouraging, and that is very comforting to realize, wow, you know, I don't have to be like anybody. I can be me.
I can be me. It's so liberating.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah. 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 And David, you said purpose fingerprint, you said virtue, you said influence and beauty. So
Yes.
I want to dive into the influence part because you said you have the power to set the atmosphere.
That's
I
right.
love that. So can you explain more about the influence part?
All right. The word influence, all right. The original word influence means to flow out. All right. It means to flow out. So when you influence something, basically you are taking what's inside of you and it flows out of you. A beautiful example is Esther in the Bible. All right. When Esther stood before the king, Esther didn't say anything, but because of her influence, what's inside of her flowed out of her, her beauty, her virtue. The king said, oh my goodness, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. So she was able to set the atmosphere. I tell women, when you tap into what's inside of you, Lady Sasha, guess what? You don't have to talk as much.
No.
You don't have to talk. As we see, that's a perfect example with Lady Esther. When she stood before the king, she didn't say anything, but her influence spoke.
Mhm.
So influence is the power to set an atmosphere. It's not for manipulation. It's not for this or that, but it really allows whatever is inside of you to flow out of you. And I like giving visuals. So, like I said, a woman inside of her is this treasure box full of all of these treasures. Now, when a woman takes all of that and start allowing it to come out of her, it produces a fragrance.
Yeah.
I love it. It
Yeah.
produces a fragrance. So you can, like any little plug-in fragrance, you can plug it in a wall behind furniture. When you walk in that room, you may never see where that thing is plugged in, but guess what? You notice it because of the fragrance that it gives off.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the power of women. That's the power of women.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds great. The power to set the atmosphere. I love it. I love it. David, I have one last question for you.
Excellent. You go right ahead.
And what would you say? What message would you give to the woman who is listening right now and is on the edge of taking action, stepping into her calling, but she feels hindered by fear?
Ah, ah, got you. Yes, yes. And so many times, that's one of the biggest things that a person has to confront before they take that step. Fear is always, the enemy is always going to use fear to keep you comfortable,
Yeah.
to keep you comfortable. That's what fear does. It wants to keep you comfortable. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to live the life that God intended you, staying comfortable. So this is how to deal with fear. The first thing you have to do is you have to address fear. You got to confront it. And you got to really ask yourself, what is it that I'm afraid of? One thing about fear, it's a mindset, but you gotta expose it and really ask, what am I afraid of? And normally when people ask that question, because when I work with people, I ask them, there's a there's a tendency sometimes, Sasha, that I'm going to fail. I have a fear that if I step out, I'm going to fail. If I step out with my business or this. So fear of failing. Another fear is, what are other people going to think? That's a big one.
Fear of
People have fear of man. A person's like, I've been a stay-at-home mom for a number of years, and now my kids are grown, and now I feel God is wanting me to step out with my business. Well, people see me as a homeschool mom or a stay-at-home mom. How are they going to look at me now, a successful business owner? So it's that fear of, what are people going to think? So the first thing, you got to confront what the fear is. But then the next thing you got to do is you got to consider the reward for stepping out. You got to consider the reward. Always go back to David. David's father said, David, here's the lunch. Take it to your brothers. They're on the battle line. So he took the lunch because he was a shepherd boy. He wasn't in the army. So when he took the lunch, there was Goliath, 9 feet tall, boasting this and that. So David said, what will happen? What's the reward if somebody takes out Goliath? So they said, oh, well, if somebody takes out Goliath, the king said, whoever takes out Goliath, you get to marry the king's daughter, you get half of the kingdom, and all of your debts are paid. David was like, say what? Say that again? Tell me. They told him again. He couldn't believe it. He said, tell me one more time. So when he started realizing the reward, marrying the king's daughter, that's going to change my status. Half of the kingdom and all of debts are paid. So when he started focusing on the reward, you're never going to fully get rid of fear. But if you put more focus on the reward, it's going to help you to be able to sustain the fear.
Yes, yes.
Well, when I started my business in 2023, I had to do it. I was working at the city, very comfortable, nice income, nice package, insurance. So the fear of stepping out, because I'm going to lose all of that. But I started thinking, what's the reward? What's the reward? The reward is freedom of my own time. I choose how much I'm worth, freedom to create things. So instead of thinking what I'm afraid of, I started shifting my focus on the rewards. Now, yes, that day when I stepped out that week, oh yeah, I had a little fear. But since I was so focused, Sasha, on the reward, here I am now, January 2026. It's beautiful. I'm enjoying all the rewards. And guess what? Rewards I did not even know I could enjoy until I stepped out. You see that?
Yeah.
So
Wow. Wow. So fear, acknowledge it, do it
and
afraid.
then, yeah, do it afraid. And then start, like I said, start mentally understanding the rewards. There is always, so everybody listen to me. There is always rewards on the other side of fear.
Ah,
Oh, Lady
I love
Sasha,
that.
did you hear me? Did you hear
Repeat that
me?
again, David. Come on now.
Ladies, men, whoever's listening, there is always rewards on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
But fear never wants you to ever know that. So it's going to always cloud you to think, no, 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 stay comfortable, stay comfortable.
Mm.
But I am a living witness. There is always reward on the other side of fear.
Wow.
Always, always.
Wow. We're gonna end with this one. This was just the perfect ending. Jenny, Jenny, Jenny. What do you think of that?
Oh my God. I wrote everything down. I was like, oh my, it's like powerful nuggets. And at the beginning of the year, you just start right with this. It's
Yeah.
just like empowering you, pushing you forward. So, wow, wow. I
Beautiful.
have everything I wrote down. It's and many women that are joining in, like Saskia said, I learned a lot. Let me see, Reina Chirino, very motivating. So yes, women are being touched by this message, and it's very powerful to acknowledge and to embrace our identity.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yes, to
right.
pause and reflect. Okay, God, you placed virtue inside of me, purpose inside of me, beauty inside of me. It's yes, I'm a treasure box.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it.
Geweldig.
Hey,
Well,
that's
I love
it.
it. I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love it.
there's a word in Aruba, they say tremendo. It's like tremendous.
Ah, very nice. Very nice.
Well, Jenny, um, I think we're gonna have to see for, I don't know, this year, maybe next year, how to get Dr. Banks to Aruba, right?
That's indeed, indeed. We need it. It is very much needed on the island.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful,
About
beautiful.
to have our mindset aligned
Yeah.
with the truth, with this truth, to seek out our, to discover our, um, yes, no, no, our purpose, our fingerprint purpose.
Yeah.
Very,
Exactly.
yes, yes, yes.
Love it. Love it. So, David, Dr. Banks, Dr. David Banks. Thank you so much. I want to thank you for today. I want to thank you for your empowering and inspiring words. And I'm so looking forward to next month to meet you in person.
Excellent.
And thank you for your time, David. Thank you for everything. We are going to end this power session. Is there something you want to say or want to shout out to someone, somebody?
Well, I always want to honor my beloved bride, Lady Sylvia. We've been
Oh,
married for 35 years. And, you know, I coach, I empower women and men, and it is an honor to see what I'm teaching you is what I see every day. My beautiful bride has really embraced these principles, and so I see Lady Jenny. I see my treasure box every single day.
Always.
great, great, great. Thank you, David. Jenny, is there something you want to say to wrap it up?
I just want to greet everybody and say hi to Marsha, say hi to Kay. who is joining us, Evangelist Jacqueline, that is also with us, Amy, that is with us. So all the women that joined us today, thank you for being part of this power session. We have power sessions each month, the first Friday of the month. So please join, be pending, because we are going to have more powerful guests. And our topic, Women Arise, I think it's a God-given topic. We need this as women. God called us, and we need to arise to be that fragrance, to be that, wow, that to have that influence around on those around us. So, Dr. Banks, thank you very much for your obedience, for this word, incredible word. It's a pleasure for having you with us and to get inspired once again.
Excellent. Lady Jenny, it's truly a pleasure. Thank you so much as well. Thank you, Lady Satcha.
You are so welcome. So, everybody, we're going to finish this session. We wish you a beautiful evening, afternoon today, and enjoy the first days of the new year. And we'll see you next month. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.